Hello, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and an Akashic Records reader and healer. Thank you for joining me on my journey through spirituality and life. Welcome to the Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello. In this episode, we'll be talking about cord cutting. First off, what is a cord? A cord is an energetic connection between you and someone or something else. Sometimes these cords help us, like a cord between friends and family, but there are also cords that can hurt us. It is possible to have both good and bad cords from the same person. Someone may really love you, but they also have feelings of jealousy. When we cut cords, we have the intention of cutting the bad cords that are draining us and making our lives more difficult. Before we cut cords, we need to know how to tell if we have a cord. When a person or place keeps popping up in our mind and it does not feel good, then we most likely have a cord. Having cords attached to you can feel like anxiety, depression, you're tired, you're cranky, emotional, drained, and I'm sure I'm missing a whole lot more. And the definite way to tell if you have a cord is either going in yourself and seeing or feeling if you have cords, or having somebody else do it. And how to remove a cord. Everyone has their own methods. There's lots of different ways to do it, but the way that I was taught and the way that I like is to visualize yourself standing in a calm, loving area. It can be anything you like. I like either a forest or a white room that feels angelic. What I do is call in my guardian angel and the Archangel Michael. Imagine them using their swords to cut away the cords. Or you could visualize cutting them yourself with anything you want. Scissors, sword, axe, knife, anything. Literally anything. And it's okay if you don't see them. Still visualize the cutting tool moving all around you. If you get to a spot that feels like it's harder to move, there's a cord there. If you get to a spot that on your body it hurts or pulls, there's a cord there. So then you cut the cord, and if it feels thick, like it's not getting cut, ask your angels to help cut the cord. Sometimes I get angry, protective, and forceful, and then it will help me cut the cord. I just need to have that energy to really make it stick, to be very certain and very sure of that I am cutting this cord. The next step is to send the cord away. You can ask your angels to transmute the cord into love and light and send it back to the sender. You can light the cord on fire and watch it disappear. There are many ways to do it, and any way that comes to mind in that moment is the correct thing to do. Always follow your intuition and what comes to you in the moment over what you're being told to do. This is more of a guideline. The next step is to set up protection around you. My favorite two are imagining a bubble of loving light around you and also having a mirrored bubble around you. After you put the bubble up, the next step is to heal the spots where the cords were attached. Imagine source universal light coming through your crown and out through your hands. Then place your hands on your body where the cords were attached. You can either do this physically on your own body or imagine this in your head. Or you can call Archangel Raphael to heal you. Imagine the healing light fully surrounding you and filling your protective bubble. You can sit in this healing light as long as you want. There's no hurry. At this point, your cord cutting is complete. If you start thinking about the source of the cord right away, that means that cord is trying to reattach. It's at the edge of your bubble trying to come in. In this case, you will need to do some more work to prevent it from attaching. Imagine a thick mirror between you and all the members of your household on one side and the sender on the other side. Any thoughts and energy from them bounce off the mirror and right back to them. If they still continue to send energy to you, there are some more things you can do. First, every time they pop into your head, you say or think, "No, you're not allowed to do this." Be very stern and forceful. Don't be wishy-washy. You're setting this boundary. It's very firm. You can also put up the mirror between them and you. Make sure all the members of your household are on your side. So you can say, "No, this is not allowed," and then put up a mirror. And then also, look around your house. Is there anything in your house that they have given you or reminds you of them? You need to clear the energy off these objects, and the easiest way to do that is through smudging. You set the intention that the smoke will clear away any energy that is in them, and then you waft the smoke all over the item. You can use incense, you can use sage, you can use Palo Santo, you can use cedar, you can use many, many things. So after you have wafted the smoke over the item, it will clear the energy, and then you are free to put energy back into the item. So you can either put your energy, or you can put the energy of source, love, universe, whatever you want. And that will help raise the vibration in your house, in your room, and in your life. And if they keep sending chords to you, you might have to think, how else could they be sending it? One thing that I figured out quite recently is that you can send chords through other people, which kind of makes it a little more sneaky. So when you have the chord, follow it back and try to see who gave it to you. And if that person doesn't make sense, then it's probably a mask for someone else. Or you might see the person that actually sent it, but if it's still coming back and it's hard to stop it, it's probably because it's being routed through somebody else. So what you have to do is put yourself in a bubble from all negative energies, all energies that are trying to harm you or drain you. So you set the intention when you're setting up your bubble that you're not just protecting yourself from that person or that source, but from all negative energies. One thing that is really, really important is that when you start developing your mind, your thoughts become more potent and more powerful. They kind of become weapons when they're not used correctly. Developing your mind, you have a greater responsibility to not put chords out there. When I started cutting chords and thinking about them, I realized my thoughts and feelings could affect others, even if they are not physically around me. So I started trying to change, or at least catch myself, when I started to feel jealousy or negative thoughts towards someone. I recently learned that you can set the intention, and you can ask your angels for help, to prevent your negative thoughts from leaving your bubble, to protect others from yourself. This was a big load off of me. When I realized this, I could kind of let my guard down and not worry and stress about my thoughts hurting other people. When I put this bubble up, it made me feel at ease. It made me feel like I didn't have to take care of other people as much. I can focus on myself and know that I'm not hurting anybody. I still try not to think negative things and say negative things because that ultimately affects me. And I don't want to feel bad, negative things. I don't want to put that out there, and anything you put out will eventually come back. So the more developed we get, the more potent and powerful our thoughts become. They become weapons if used incorrectly, but on the flip side, they can be beautiful, healing tools when used with love. That's one of the reasons that working from your heart chakra is so important. Because when we work from our heart, when we live from our heart, we are using the love of the universe, the love of the source, to guide us in our choices and the way we act. And our hearts are strong and powerful and capable of so much love. We are so much stronger when we work from our heart, when we live from our heart. So focusing on your heart, focusing on within, and helping to radiate it out will only do wonderful good things for you. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me. Have a wonderful day.